We bought a boat!
We're Fran and Jack, a British couple who traded the 9 to 5 for life on the water. We've saved up for years and just moved aboard our 41-foot sailing yacht Calidris Alba, restoring, learning and sailing as we go. Our adventure begins here in the UK, exploring the coastline and finding our sea legs. From there, we'll head south to the Mediterranean, chasing warmer waters and new horizons. And one day, we hope to point the bow west and cross the Atlantic to the Caribbean. This is our journey, the challenges, the triumphs, and the freedoms of life afloat. Come along and join the Calidris crew.
Good morning!
Good morning!
So today's very exciting day.
Holiday!
Where are we going, Jack?
We're going to Southampton to look at a couple of boats.
We're here at
ready for
Southampton. Okay, very productive train ride,
Yep,
wasn't it?
got all our notes ready.
All our notes, reviewed each one,
Got questions.
pros and cons. What else?
Let's go
Yeah,
and see them now.
I know.
See how they look. See what we like.
So exciting, so exciting.
So we're on to our second viewing of the day. First one went really well. We were at the Shamrock Quay Marina in Southampton, seeing our first boat, which was a Moody 376, with a really nice broker. He was really helpful, answered all of our newbies' questions. The boat was really nice, had a nice layout inside, nice cabin, nice galley, really nice aft cabin with a big double bed and all the space that we were looking for. The boat itself was a little bit on the older side, I would say. It was a little bit greener and more wintry than we were probably hoping for, but nothing that a brush and a bit of a clean would have fixed. But yeah, some of the engine and the rigging was a little bit more tired than we maybe were thinking we would go for. It's probably going to need quite a lot of work. So with our wish to get going as soon as we can, I think it would have been a little bit too difficult for us, but a good first starting point. As our first one, so onwards and upwards from here.
Having recently gone through it ourselves, we know how confusing buying your first sailboat can be, as there are so many different boats out there. We thought it might be helpful to outline some of the things on our list of criteria which help streamline the list of boats that we went to look at. So the first is that we were definitely looking at second-hand boats for budget reasons, and we did lots of research into boat builders, and there were certain names that were renowned for their ocean-going capabilities. So these were boats like Moody's and Westerlies. We also, size-wise, wanted a boat that was at least 35 foot and no more than 42 foot.
We wanted a big owner's aft cabin, as this is more comfortable for nights at anchor, given we are going to be living on board. And this also couples with the boat having a centre cockpit, which means you helm from the centre rather than the stern of the boat, and this provides a little bit more protection from the waves crashing over the back of the boat. We also were looking for something with what's called a skeg-hung rudder and an encapsulated keel. These hull shapes tend to lend themselves to being more seaworthy vessels. And also, as we're going to be living aboard, ideally we wanted a boat that was already set up for offshore cruising. So this includes things like solar and wind generation, as well as some other systems like a heater, fridge and battery capacity.
We wanted a well laid out galley or kitchen. This is really important as we both love to cook, and we were going to be spending most of our time cooking on board rather than eating out. And just generally on the boat, we wanted to have plenty of storage. We are massively downsizing our belongings after moving out of our flat, but we still wanted to have enough space to bring some home comforts with us. We absolutely fell in love with Calidris Alba when we saw her for the first time. I think it was a combination of the beautiful sunny day, and she was just ticked all the boxes of things we've been looking for. There's also something to be said for the feeling you get, and Jack and I were just looking at each other knowing that she was the one, and although she was out of our price bracket, we were just working out how we could make it work and trying not to look too keen in front of the previous owners so that we might have some negotiation power. She's a Rival 41 centre cockpit, which is the first of that kind that we went to view, and she really struck us with how different she was to some of the Moody's and the Westleys that we had viewed. The interior woodwork was just absolutely beautiful, and there were so many details that only come from a really high quality boat builder, which we had not seen in other boats that we'd viewed. So to provide some background on the process we went through for the purchase of Calidris Alba, we found her advertised on a website called Apollo Duck, and the sale was direct with the previous owners as they hadn't appointed a broker. That meant that we dealt directly with them throughout the process, which turned out to be far easier as we were able to ask them loads of questions about her history and onboard systems. The boat buying process typically progresses from an offer being made by the prospective buyers, and then this being accepted by the current owners subject to survey. The asking price for Calidris Alba was way outside of our budget, so we had probably a week of back and forth negotiating and agreeing a price. Once agreed, we needed to research and appoint our own surveyor. The survey is similar to a house survey and means that an independent professional looks over the boat and provides a comprehensive overview of the boat, both in and out of the water. So once we'd had our offer accepted, we got the lift out and survey booked in at a marina near where Calidris Alba was being moored, and we headed over there with the previous owner on board too.
So we're on our way to the lift out for the first time. Very excited, hopefully everything goes well, but let's see once she's lifted out of the water on the crane. We'll take a bit of footage as well, but just on our way in the car, sat in traffic, which is as to be expected. But looking forward to a good day.
So yesterday the surveyor mostly looked at the interior and down below, and I think that today he's mostly going to be looking at the engine and the engine compartment, the generator, and then everything on deck. So yeah, still a big day ahead survey wise, and quite a lot to get through. So hopefully we make good progress and we get hauled out. Hopefully we can actually get off the dock that we're on. We'll have to explain this to you guys properly, but I think we're going to rope in some of the guys that work at the marina, and they're going to give us a hand with slipping, so hopefully we'll have more success. See you later. Where are we going?
We are on our way, very exciting. We're on our way to the marina to meet the owner to hopefully, fingers crossed, sign all the papers today, get everything sorted. Yeah, kind of apprehensive, but yeah, really exciting. This could be the day where we finally become boat owners.
This could be our last car journey, not as a boat owner. Isn't that right?
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
We bought a boat!
So if you've made it this far, we just want to say a big thank you for watching our first YouTube video. We're really excited to be documenting our trip now that we've got the boat. It's going to be a great digital diary for us to look back on and watch what we got up to. It's going to be a great way for our friends and family to keep track of us, and we're really excited to share it with you viewers on YouTube as well.
And yeah, just leaves me to say a huge thank you to everyone who's helped us get to this point, really. It's been lots of hard work and everyone's been very generous with their time, so thank you very much for that. And if you've enjoyed watching this video, then please like and subscribe. We've got plenty more content on the way, so yeah, if you'd like to see what else we get up to on our journey, then hit the subscribe icon and we'll see you next time.
For sure. Welcome to the Calidris crew. We're so excited!